We are live. This is Jeff Lichtenstein. I'm the broker and owner of Ecofine Properties, and we have two open houses for you today. And they're going to tell you a little bit about the Northern Palm Beaches. And then later on, we've got two businesses, local businesses that we're highlighting. Really interesting. One is a company that specializes and gives advice for SBA loans and loan forgiveness and all sorts of things like that. And then the Okeechobee Steakhouse, we're learning how they're adapting to this whole environment. So we're going to first start with Homaira, but before we do that, Rob is on our left. He's our social media manager. Give a wave, Rob. And then we're going to have Homaira. I'm going to go to the gallery view here. Homie's going to be at Piccadilly, which is in Hampton Cay, and then Victoria. And Victoria is going to be out over at Water Club in North Palm Beach. So let's start, though, with Homie. So, Homie, tell us all about it.
Thank you, Jeff. I am in Hampton Cay today, which is really just in the heart of Palm Beach Gardens. It's right off Central Boulevard and PGA Boulevard. So to the east, you are just 3 miles away from 95 and about 5 miles down from the Gardens Mall. And then to the west, you're about just 2 miles, maybe a little bit less, to the Turnpike. So location of this community is just fantastic if you like convenience, which who doesn't? So this is actually the model we're in. So 1025 Piccadilly Street, it's a Callista model, which is the largest floor plan offered in Hampton Cay. It's a 3-bedroom with a den, and the master is downstairs. So it is the only floor plan that offers the master downstairs. This is just a night shot that we do for all of our listings. So with Hampton Cay, all the floor plans are wide open. They're all built in 2013 and 14. So it keeps the modern family in mind here. So you have the kitchen going into the living room and dining room. And you do have the benefit in this unit is you do, with the Callista model, you have a loft overlooking it. So your living space is just so much more grand because you have that second story ceiling. So windows go up as well, so you get a lot of natural light beaming in. This is just a shot from the front door. So you'll see the stairs going up and then that main living space over there. So this is a generous sized master. It does have its own sliders out to the patio, as well as the master bath. So you have a double vanity, stand-up shower, as well as a soaking tub. And the owners, our original owners, they've kept this house in pristine condition since they purchased it in 2014. So this is actually that little den office off the front door. So this can be used as an office like they have it. I've had clients use this as a nursery because the master's downstairs and you can use that room for a nursery easily. And then when the kid gets older, put them upstairs. Here is your powder room off that office space. And there's 2 guest rooms upstairs. This is the guest one, and it does have an ensuite bath and guest room 2. So they're both very generous sized rooms, and that guest bathroom upstairs. So double vanity, a frameless glass shower, and this really fun loft that you can do anything with it as well. So you can have a seating room, a little extra family room with a TV. You can use it as a little workout studio, a playroom, and this is just a shot looking down from the loft into the living space. So you do have plantation shutters, which I love in this model particularly because you have such high ceilings. You can easily close off the bottom panels for privacy and leave the top open for some natural light coming in. And your very peaceful patio with the fan installed as well. So Hampton Cay is 192 townhomes, and they range from, actually they're all 3 bedrooms, but the largest one does have that den. You do have different layouts to them. You do have an unmanned gate. The community does offer an infinity edge pool, a spa, a fitness center. It does have a card room, a clubhouse that you can rent out for events if you have a birthday coming up or a baby shower. So if you're interested in taking a look at the property, we are doing virtual showings. I'm also doing showings in person. You can actually reach me at 561, you pull that up again, 561-657-0500, or you can send me an email as well at Homaira@ecofineproperties.com.
Can you tell us a little bit about the area too, because your location is just wonderful?
Yeah, absolutely. So I had mentioned we're about 2 miles down the street from the Turnpike and 3 miles down to 95. You actually are walking distance to the PGA at the Commons, which is just kind of like a strip shops of businesses. There's professional buildings in there. You have the Salute Market, a wine tasting bar. You have Rocco's Tacos. You have Panera Bread. So those are all just directly across the street on PGA Boulevard. And then just a short drive away from downtown at the Gardens, where you have Whole Foods, you have a movie theater, lots of restaurants to choose from, the Gardens Mall. So really, if you're interested in just being in the heart of everything, then this is a great community and a great option for you.
Hey, Rob, can you put on the video for the Northern Palm Beaches as well? So this is really all the areas that we're showing today. The Northern Palm Beaches, if you're not familiar with Florida, are really from about West Palm Beach, where the airport
highlight the video, Jeff?
is. Yeah, so let me put that on. So let me pin that. Okay, yeah, so it's on now. So this gives you a little bit of information on the Northern Palm Beaches. So this goes really from West Palm Beach on up to around the Tequesta area. And we have these intracoastal waterways along the whole way. And then there's various inlets, starting with the Jupiter Inlet from the south end to the Atlantic Ocean. So, when you're coming here, the boating is a major thing in Florida. Fishing is, people dive and they like to go snorkeling and just hang out at the beach. Lots of nature areas all throughout. It's pretty amazing coming from the north what you see in terms of different birds and wildlife. That goes on, and how much fun people have along the water, and it's just a major part of. Even if you're not in there, people like to watch the boat parades and everything that the area has to offer. There's all sorts of marinas everywhere. That was the Admiral's Cove Marina. There's about 15 different gated golf club communities. Some are mandatory, some are not mandatory, and there's every kind of variation of price point. And then there's all sorts of private clubs as well. This gives you a good idea of our location. You can see Palm Beach County there and where Gardens and Jupiter is. And one of the nice things that we have is that we have access to 95 and the Turnpike. In other places, they're hours apart from each other, but right here, they're in some places they're actually right next to each other. So it gives us wonderful access to get down to the airport, or going to the Kravis Center in West Palm Beach, or just hopping on and going to Disney World, which is just a couple hours away. The first key is about 2 hours away from Palm Beach Gardens. We're also below the freezing line. So once you get past Stort, there's various temperature differentials. So like between us and the Panhandle or Orlando, we may have 15, 20 degree differences in temperatures in the winter months. That's a good shot of one of the clubs in the PGA Resort. That's where they play the Honda Classic each year. So we get all the different golfers in here. About half the tour lives in Palm Beach County. A lot of the reasons are the taxes are 0% here. So you go out west in California, you're 13% or 8 or 9% out in Illinois or New York, New Jersey area. So there's great economic reasons. It's a less expensive cost of living to be in here, and then just the lifestyle from golf, boating. We're finding out we can work more anywhere we want to live around the country. So it gives us all sorts of advantages. That's in the West Palm Beach area. Our density, per person is much less than it is in other parts of the country. The shopping is just to die for. That's the shot of the Gardens Mall. And in the Gardens Mall, there's everything from Nordstrom's to Saks to Louis Vuitton. We have a Tesla that's inside the mall, Victoria's Secret, Armani. I think the Apple Store's expanded 4 or 5 times, Bloomingdale's. So everything that you want there. And then right next to that, there's the outdoor at the Gardens, and there's 9 different restaurants there and Whole Foods and 18 movie theaters. That's Harborside, which is in Jupiter. That's about 5 or 6 years old. Lots of shopping. There's a Hyatt. There's Tiger Woods has his restaurant. Right there. He lives about maybe 15 minutes from that location. So there's some good tiger sightings. at Harborside, and across the street from there, there's a luxury, movie theater and all sorts of restaurants and eateries and stuff. At Worth Avenue, you've also got great great shopping. That's we're known for that in downtown. Palm Beach, in West Palm Beach, where City Place is. That's been renamed Rosemary Square. There's great shopping, and then there's lots of Abacoa that you're looking at here. That's a neighborhood of over 5,000 homes, and then there's all sorts of shopping and eateries. Florida Atlantic University is right there, and then Scripps Research Laboratory is there. There's two spring training facilities. One in that you're looking at here, where the Marlins and the Cardinals play, and then the Marlins have their Double-A team here, the Jupiter Hammerheads, and then in West Palm Beach, there's a brand new facility that the Houston Astros and the Washington Nationals play at. So lots of spring training and baseball, right here in the Palm Beaches. So the Palm Beaches just offers a lot for everybody who wants to live here. So that's a little bit about the area. Now let's go out to Victoria and out in Singer Island. I'm not in Singer Island. You're out in North Palm Beach, right before Singer Island. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about where you're at. You're at the hottest, new construction condo that we've had in years.
Well, I'm sitting on the deck right now, enjoying the view. All I need is a little cocktail, and I'll be all set. This has a wonderful view. This is at the Water Club, and the Water Club is waterfront. It is actually set on a lake, the large lake, that leads into the intercoastal there, and then further down, as you go that direction, it takes you down to Peanut Island and the inlet. And so there's a very wide expanse of water here. Great for fast boat travel. And as you move back into this area here, you go through under a bridge and go on up the intercoastal. So it's a great spot. This was constructed in 2016, and it started off with a plan of being 2 towers that you see, and now it's an extra piece there. So right. It's hard to see it in this viewpoint, but there is a 3rd tower that is under construction. And there's, I believe, only 2 units per floor. So really, really high-end, beautiful building. But this is a resale, and it's actually one of the largest units in this building at 2,600 square feet. And it offers 3 bedrooms and 4 full baths. All of these units have great finishes, and they all offer a kind of more modern, open floor plan, which is kind of what's really popular right now. A nice mix of finishes throughout the home, and all taking in the view. So that's that deck that I was just sitting on out there. That everything is about the view in here. Wonderful kitchen to cook in. Great island, center island for entertaining your guests at bay, which is great. Here's another view of the kitchen looking out. So you can see it's a nice one big room, kind of everybody can just hang out together. There's no real separation, which is great. The building, there's the master. Again, taking in that incredible view. Imagine waking up to that every morning. Wouldn't that just be great? It's on the 5th floor, so it's kind of, to me, it's a nice level to be at. It's high enough up to be up and over the trees, looking out, taking in the view. For me, when you get sometimes a little too high, it gets a little scarier for some people. But it's fabulous. And here's another view of that deck looking back in. You'll notice how the doors, the sliding doors, they roll back into each other. And of course, this is all impact glass, so you really don't have to worry about storms and things like that. I mean, it's built to withstand it, which is great. The complex, or the little community itself, is a little community. They have a lot to offer. Oh, wait a minute. Let me back up 1 minute. Here is, again, that view looking out. You can tell the elevation there is perfect. And they do Morrison boats out there. Oh, and by the way, you see just right there, they also have a marina. So it's possible to keep your boat here if you wanted to. They also have a few townhomes. But in there, looking down below, you see one of the pools, which is this one. great for recreational swimming. And of course, you're looking right there at the water's edge, looking out. And over by the gym, they also have a lap pool, which is absolutely fantastic. That is the gym there, looking out over it. They also have a fire pit. So there's lots of areas outside to kind of enjoy, just take in the view. Multiple areas to sit, watch the boats go by. Great area to walk around in. And then they have kind of like a little clubhouse, if you will. Place where you could host parties if you wanted. It's or just hang out. You know, get a take a break from wherever you are. But you can see how well appointed it is. It's absolutely beautiful. And they have a bar there as well, so you can watch your favorite sports programs together or whatever it is you like. If you're into billiards and want to change things up, they got you covered there too. And they even have a great deck outside to sit by the pool and enjoy some beverages and that sort of thing. And as they add a bonus, as I mentioned before, they've got a great gym. So you really don't need to go anywhere for much at all. It's, shopping is right there. Doris Market, which is very popular with people, is right there too. Fabulous market with really great fresh produce, awesome butcher, pre-made stuff, and you can even sip wine while you're walking around the store. It's pretty good. And then there's tons of restaurants right here too. So you're really right on US 1, right by PGA there. And it's a fabulous location. You have
that seafood market that supplies all the restaurants and has their own restaurant right across.
Yeah.
Cotton Capers is amazing. There's dancing over at Cucina Cabana and music. And then as the super bonus, you've got the ice cream club right there.
Yeah, there's a ham place, and there's just all kinds of different things, all within, practically a 30-second drive, which is fantastic. If you'd like to see this home, you can reach me at Victoria at Equifine Properties. You can also reach me on my cell phone, which is 561-531-4977.
All right. Well, that is it then for the open houses for today. And then at 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock, Rob, why don't you give us a preview of what we have going on then?
So at 1 o'clock, I'm going to put the video behind me. Oh, look at those steaks. Yes. Oh, Ralph Lewis, the owner of Okeechobee Steakhouse, he'll be joining us. He'll be joining us to talk about his place there in West Palm and how they've adapted to the COVID-19 crisis or pandemic or whatever we want to call it. And then at 2 o'clock, Veracity Advisors, Mike Sims, we had him on earlier in the year when everything started happening with the PPP loans and the SBA loans, and he's going to talk about how to get forgiveness on those loans, making sure you're following the steps you're supposed to be following so you get that forgiveness. And that's it. That's it for today. All
right. So for Rob Moore, myself, Homie, and Victoria, so long, everybody.
Have a great day.
See you later. Have a good Monday.